Okay, even if there's no like negative feedback, right? Or let's say there's no positive or negative feedback, still give what you think you can improve on for the past week. Okay, so for mine, the feedback was a lot of them, I mean, not a lot, but something I want to highlight is that they said, thank you for drawing out the diagrams for MCQ and Kahoot questions. Yeah, so I think that was a good move to also show the working for the Kahoot questions and not like just put some super hard question, right? Then half of them get it wrong. And then they're like, but why did I get it wrong? Then we just move on to the next Kahoot question and they don't understand why they got it wrong. Then there's no benefit to them because they don't get feedback on what went wrong. So this is actually what I really hate about uni exams. So I think you guys also experience this, right? Like you study the whole semester for the module, then the final exam comes and you just, you do the exam on the computer. Then they just give you a grade after that. But you have no idea whether you got it right or wrong, what questions you got right, what you got wrong. Is that how you experience it also, Melvin? I think Chelsea, yes, because it's similar course. Yeah, Melvin, how Chelsea?
Yeah, for my midterms, it's quite similar.
Okay, Chelsea, is that your experience in uni?
Yeah, more or less.
Correct. So it's just testing to see, okay, do you pass or fail? All right, you pass, good job. But it's not about making you learn. So yeah, I absolutely hate that about the uni exam system, which is what I don't want to do to the students. Okay. Then next thing is a lot of people say they like the Kahoot, and someone said fun and enjoyable while informative. So I think that is the main thing we got to keep in mind for this inheritance lessons because it's so content heavy, very content heavy. So like the big trap, right, is I become like a lecturer and then I just talk, then very boring. So I need to keep asking questions to them a lot. So yeah, how to improve at this, right? And this is quite fresh in my mind because recently I talked to another tuition business owner and his question was, how do you make the lessons engaging, enjoyable? Right? So some of the tips I said is keep asking questions. Like you must have this timer in your head. Like every 1 to 2 minutes, right? You will automatically feel like I've been talking too long. Okay, time to ask question. Yeah, then another tactic is tell stories, jokes, personal stories, right? It can be not really related also. Yeah, but if it helps to build rapport, why not? Yeah, as long as it's age appropriate, nothing, you don't say anything inappropriate, don't use vulgarities, fine. It can be any story from your life. It's okay. Just tell them about your life and your interests. Okay, then explain concepts, real life examples, analogies. Okay. So we have this on a scale of 1 to 10 question. And to update you guys, I have after lesson feedback form. Okay, I've added two on the scale questions because last feedback session, your students said they want the how much do you enjoy question to be added in from a scale of 1 to 10. Then I realized something. Like foreseeing into the future, what would tutors here start optimizing for? They want to optimize for this question to be 10 out of 10, right? Like whether you realize it or not, subconsciously every week as we see the results. Okay, like let me go to the spreadsheet. Yeah, see, like, do you guys also do an average like this? Like I sent into the chat. If not, then you can do it now. And it should be an average of each lesson, not like, oh, my entire week, this is the average. Let's do an average of each lesson. So that if one lesson is super good, one lesson is like much worse, then we know that, okay, must be something in that lesson, probably, right? So imagine every week we see this, then we like, oh, this week was 8, next week is 9, okay, some weeks is 9.5. Then we will keep trying to push this number higher, right? And how do we do that? We make the lesson very entertaining, very enjoyable. But okay, what do y'all see is the trap for this that the tutors will fall into if they keep optimizing for the enjoyment question. What do you think the trap would be, Chelsea?
Maybe they start slacking on the informative portion.
Exactly. Yeah, correct. It just becomes like all about let's make it as fun as possible, but probably less and less useful to their exams and their grades. So that's why I needed to balance it out with this extra question that I added, which is how much do you benefit from today's lesson in terms of learning and usefulness, right? So if, there's a 10 out of 10 for enjoyment, but like 4 or 5 in usefulness, then we know that something's wrong. Yeah, so that's why I added it, just keeping you all in the loop why this will appear in the feedback form from now on. Okay, then my own thoughts is that I added a lot of extra and hard extra practice questions because previous weeks we keep getting that feedback. Kahoot, from you guys, you have told me to put my workings in the rehearsed document, and that's what I did this time. So yeah, it was very useful. And I think another good call was just showing the rehearsed document for the Kahoot workings instead of writing out during the Kahoot was save time. That was good. And like the purpose wasn't like, hey guys, you must take down during class, like take down with me the workings for the Kahoot question. No, it was just like, okay, you understand why you got it wrong, all right? Then we move on to the next Kahoot question. Okay, then to improve or change. Now, this is from last week's feedback session. Someone said handwriting, and my own thoughts is that they didn't complain about it this week, but I think it likely can improve still. So I will change my Apple Pencil tip because it's getting destroyed already. That probably will help with the handwriting to be nicer. Then actually I got a question. How do y'all deal with this? Like, do you replace your Apple Pencil tips? Melvin, tell me first, then Chelsea.
I bought the Apple like from Taobao, those very thin. Yeah. So my handwriting is like, I don't like those very thick kind of ink. So I always choose those thinner ones.
Interesting. So you got like adapter type, but it's not the actual Apple Pencil tip.
Yeah. I changed the Apple Pencil
Sure.
because I find that it's not very comfortable to write.
Sure. Chelsea, how do you deal with this?
I just use the original tip, but maybe my handwriting is naturally a bit neater.
Is it getting destroyed over time, the tip?
Not really. I think maybe because you use a lot of force when you write, is it? That's why
Yeah,
it gets.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
Okay,
don't really have that issue.
I buy replacement tips on Amazon. It's not the actual Apple brand. It's just like a copycat. And it wears down faster than the Apple one. But I mean, eventually once we need to replace, then replace. So feel free to order this. Yeah, just buy out of your own expense. It's not an X, and it spreads across quite a lot of weeks, so it's quite worth. Yeah, so just buy replacement. Doesn't need to be Apple ones. If you ever need. Okay, then let's go. The next one is someone said, "Give me all the seaweed," right? And I brought more seaweed. Yeah, then actually, not that many people wanted the seaweed, so I won't bring that much next time. Okay, then this student, right, said, "Oh, your questions are too easy. It makes me worried because my school exam is much harder." So that's why that's why last lesson plus this coming lesson plus next week's lesson, I've added way more extra practice, especially harder ones. Yeah, and next week's worksheet, right? I saw a question that was quite like standard CAQ in last year. It was about like why how I basically use natural selection to explain why um areas with malaria will have higher rate of sickle cell alleles. So I was like, why you make it harder? Because I looked at the whole lesson, don't really have that many hard questions. So I went to Google and find some data on malaria-stricken regions in Africa, plus the frequency of the allele. It's like a map. And then we put that as the data. Yeah, so now it's become much harder. It's a data response question. So I made the next week's worksheet, right, harder because people want harder questions. Okay, then feedback from this past week, right? No negative feedback, but what I think I can improve is the handwriting and time management as well. Yeah, time management. That's usually the thing that I don't put a tick in for my after lesson checklist. Yeah, but all the other things was good, was done. Okay, Chelsea's done.
For me, the feedback was quite routine also. Yeah, most of it was like engaging, keeping them attentive, and then yeah, making sure that everyone understands, asking if anyone has any questions after each concept.
Mm. Mm.
For my own thoughts, I think that this week I was, especially at the start, I went quite slow to make sure that everyone understood. So like for question one, question two, like I went very, very slowly to make sure they understand like how to derive every single genotype for the
Mm.
family tree. And I also give them a lot more time to copy down the answers. Like,
Mm.
so I went slower, like, essentially.
But then later you sped up.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. Instead of like everything being so detailed, right? Then we'll drag the lesson on too much. Maybe I kind of made that mistake. That's why my lesson was quite long. Could also just because of the big class size. Okay, then Chelsea, what is one thing, right, from the positive feedback that you would advise other tutors to that hey, this is a good thing, y'all should also do it. I mean, in general, not necessarily to me or Melvin. Maybe we're already doing it.
Maybe the part where I ask if anyone has any questions after each
Okay.
question.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll take note of that. I think I do that already. I think I do that, but usually people just like don't have any response because it seems like they know everything already. But oh, okay. Maybe I should add this, because it reminded me of something here. I noticed that even though I do that, usually no one will raise hand. Usually, But then when I go around, right, free to give the sweets, give out sweets, then there's an opportunity where the student will just, as I walk past, right, they'll be like, hey, this question, can you explain this thing? So they have question, but they're shy. So me going around giving out the sweets in person is an opportunity for them to ask those small questions. Yeah, is opportunity for students to ask those questions. Too shy to ask publicly. Yeah, so I think this one is a big learning for me. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's go around and give that out. Yeah, walk around. It allows the shy questions to come up. Okay, then Chelsea, this one can continue. Maybe just go here.
Yeah, for the not so nice feedback, there was one student that said that the class was a bit too fast. And then there was also one student that I think that he struggled a lot for this week.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why he
Mm.
said make the content more digestible.
Okay, let's do something, right? Which is every time we do this negative feedback part, we look at the past one and did we improve on it? So you see, I put my green words, right? I tick here. That means I'm assessing this past lesson. Did I work on the things that I was supposed to work on? So let's come here, right? Okay, I guess the slower part didn't, right? Yeah, but don't feel bad because I've also had repeating feedback of the same mistake. Okay, so maybe we can highlight this as this is the thing to take note. Then uh yeah, okay, maybe I want to ask you this one. Do you think you were more likely at the end to catch attention of sleepy students?
I would say yes, but because we ended on Kahoot, so that one definitely
Mm,
like caught their attention.
mm, okay. So I'll just write that down. Then the last one, do you think you worked on that? More interaction with Zoom
I
student.
I wouldn't say more than usual, but during that class before at the start I did set the expectation
Good.
because I think we did talk about it, right?
Mm, good, good. So how do you set expectations? Like what do you say to them?
I just said that as the class size is growing bigger, this is
Mm,
how it usually is, and then I let them know that like we open up the Zoom as accommodation for students who are a bit more shy. maybe like some students they just want to listen. They don't really want to like be have so much attention on them every single time. Kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
told them,
I'm guessing this was a Monday student. Then last time the Monday
yeah,
class was small. Then you call on the Zoom student individually.
yeah,
I see. Okay, good. Yeah, so now you set expectations that actually that's not the norm. This is the norm that we don't
yeah.
ask individual. Okay, good. And then do you tell them that actually, right, I want you to keep interacting. So whenever I ask questions, can you just type in the Zoom chat, even if I don't necessarily see it, right? But later I will see one and then I will be like, oh, okay, good. Plus, like you will call out their names, right? For those on the Zoom who answer correctly. So do
Yeah,
you
I do.
set the expectation that you want them to
Yeah.
type? Okay,
And
good, good.
I got reminded a few times like, oh, if you have
Ah,
any questions, then just direct message me, that kind of thing.
mm, mm. Very good. Okay. Then yeah, okay. The too fast thing, right? Did you end exactly at 2 hours or do you like exceed 2 hours a bit?
I think I ended at like 15 minutes after.
Oh, then still someone say too fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's a bit okay because this was a Zoom student, right? And I remember like there was one part of the lesson I was like, oh, Zoom students, if you guys find it a bit too fast or like you're a bit confused, do let me know. So it's like during the
Mhm.
class they don't let me know.
Lol.
Then afterwards they say it's a bit too fast, it's a bit like yeah.
Mm,
And it's like I think I did slow down considerably really.
mm. How do you know you slowed down considerably? Is it during lesson someone said, please go slower?
No, it was just like a conscious thing because I would receive this feedback quite often that I'm a bit too
Mm,
fast.
okay, good, good, good. Yeah. Do you think it's just a talking speed thing? Like if you just slow down your talking speed, will it solve the problem? Or do you think it's a going into details kind of thing, like elaboration? So maybe if you think it's an elaboration thing means usually you assume they will get it just by, saying one time. Yeah, then you don't really elaborate deeper. You just assume that they're all like very fast. Do you think it's talking speed or elaboration thing?
Oh, I actually am not very sure. But I do remember like especially for the more complicated stuff, right? I will say very slowly and sometimes I will repeat also.
Mm, mm,
Because I feel like okay, maybe yeah, I need to go even slower.
mm. Okay. Do you think this is just a few people? Like, is it a minority? If it's a minority, right, then we shouldn't like go and change our whole pace for them.
I believe it's a minority. Lah.
Mm,
Then it's like whenever I'm yeah, like during the break I'll walk around, ask them if they have any questions, that kind of
mm,
thing. And they usually are all quite okay.
mm. Okay, good, good. Okay. Yeah, then you told the Zoom students if you don't understand something, DM, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think this was a new student who joined?
No.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, any of your own thoughts other than all these?
Not really.
Okay. Any last things you want to say about this?
Not really.
Okay, Melvin, your turn.
So generally, my few students said that the Kahoot that I did for that lesson was very engaging. Like quite a lot of them said that. And then they said that my explanation that I did was very detailed. Yeah, then the not so good one of the students said that they don't really want us to just go through the homework question.
Hmm.
So go through like a mixture of just content, like half content and half go through homework.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'm guessing what they mean is like in a way spread out the content, but like yeah, essentially just spread out the content among the various sessions, like 3 sessions. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm guessing that's what they mean.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I understand. But um I don't think we'll be changing how we structured it because it's quite good already. Strategic. Okay, then what do you think you did good this session?
Uh, I guess this time for the Kahoot, right, I tried to make it like very engaging, very full of suspense, like the tone, and I guess they
Nice.
lah. So
Very good, very good. Because that is the tonality and like sounding more engaging is what you're trying to improve on, right?
yeah, correct.
Then what do you think you can improve on other than this? Yeah, what's your own thoughts?
I mean, I did overrun so I
Okay.
guess can improve, I guess.
How can you can't just be like talk faster, right? We need to talk less. We need to reduce what we are the number of words. So how can you do that? Is it because some things you elaborated several times?
I think it's generally that when I go through some of the questions and mention some of the key concepts, right, then the Zoom students ask the same thing that I've mentioned in class again. So I have to like spend extra
Mm,
time to say, okay, one Zoom student said this question, so let me just emphasize on the importance of this again and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, I get the same thing on for
Yeah,
Zoom
so
students
so I
also.
guess that what caused it to overrun now.
Yeah, I understand. So how I deal with this, right, is that if I feel like, hey, this is dragging the class down, at most, I feel like most students already know this because I already explained. It's just that this particular guy, right, then I will make the decision of, okay, it's just this guy. I will type to him in Zoom DM during the chat. So if it's minority, just one person, type your answer to them in the Zoom DM during the break so it doesn't add to class time. Yeah. But if I realize that, oh, that's a good question. In fact, I haven't explained something. That's why not just him, but a lot of people will have the same doubt. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, someone asked this on Zoom, then I'll explain it to the whole class. So I basically make the decision, is this worth being in class time? Or is this just, one person's problem? Is it just his problem or her problem? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so that scenario, do you feel like it was a one person problem in the past week?
Generally he's quite fast to pick up on things. But this time when he asked the question, then I felt that maybe he didn't catch it or like didn't really understand it lah. I base it
Okay.
on the student level because every time when I have their welcome chat and stuff, then I can roughly
Uh,
gauge their standard.
mm,
Yeah, so this student is on the fast or rather
mm.
average, slightly more faster than the average student. So I just felt that maybe I can just take some time to just explain one more time lah.
Well, if it's a faster than average student, right, then all the more you should be comfortable with just DMing, typing in the Zoom chat. Because typing is harder to understand, right? Versus you explain again. But if it's faster, then he should get it easier. So I also sometimes consider, hey, this one do I need to talk it out or do I just type? And if it's a fast student, usually when I type, right, they'll get it one. So I can just type a short answer, they'll get it. So yeah, in future when you meet such situation, then what will you do?
I'll just type it out lah.
Yeah, and when do you type it out?
If I'm having faster students asking a
No, like what part of the class do you type it out?
or like during the break.
Yes,
Or,
very good.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Like let's say you say, okay, guys, 2 minutes to do this OEQ. Then that's a break, right? So then I would also type it out to the student. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so because if it's just the student's problem, then we don't let them waste the whole class time. So yeah, that's very good. Melvin, that you realize this, like basically self why we do this is self-reflection to see like, okay, we have these areas to improve. Why not just improve on it? Then same for where is it my one? I realized my problem. Yeah, time management also and handwriting. even though no one complained, right? But if we know what we can improve, then we will improve at a much faster rate compared to if we only rely on their complaints. Okay, then I want to look at the spreadsheet. I don't understand something. Okay, I see this average. So Chelsea, is this your Monday class average?
It's across
Is it?
the entire week. Yeah, so I combined the Saturday and Monday one because I didn't know that you wanted this together.
Okay. Then after this, please like make the change, okay?
Yep, okay.
Yeah. So that we have better data. We can see that, oh, okay. My Monday one, maybe I was late, so a lot of people were not happy. Then that's why the rating also. Yeah. All right, next one. How has replying students on WhatsApp been this week? For me, it's been less than last week. Yeah. How about you guys?
For me, yeah, it's generally lesser than last week. I guess because most of their exams are over, and that time when I held the consult session, most of them came and asked me some questions, and I cleared quite a lot during that consult
Mm.
session. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, about the consult session, right? Yeah. So both. Okay. I mean, Melvin, you're overseas now, but I mean, you're gonna be overseas for Sunday. And then Chelsea, if you want to hold like this free consults for students, right? Let's try to do it after class. Because when I stay behind longer after class, right? Like technically I'm not supposed to be there, but the work central never complain about us. Yeah, they never complain because it's nighttime already. So I think the nighttime one, right? If you stay back after class, it's quite safe. Like the 7 to 9 p.m. Monday, it's quite safe. But if the 4 to 6 p.m. one, maybe a bit dangerous to come too early or stay too late. Because like then there might be bookings after us. Yeah, okay. Any questions that you were unsure of when they asked?
No, generally it was okay for me.
Okay. Have you all done this? Checking the Notion page.
Yeah.
Chelsea?
I haven't gotten to it. I'll do it tonight.
Okay. Okay. Can you send Chelsea? Can you send in the tutor chat, right? Um, like a reminder for us. So by tonight, number one is Notion page for you, and then number two is the average ratings. And then for Melvin will be the average ratings. Okay, next thing is, do you have any clarifications, questions to ask?
Nope.
For me, right, I was thinking, right, is it possible if, let's say, because I will be overseas, let's say, for quite a while, right, then some of my students, they prefer that they come like to the physical class so that they can, because they when they do it at home and Zoom, right, then they say they cannot concentrate. So one of them suggested to me if it's possible, if I can get someone to set up the classroom as per normal, and then I will just teach on Zoom, then they will just see my projected being on the screen.
Law, nice, okay.
Then they just come for class just physically. Then you just see me on the projector screen. Yeah.
That's pretty cool idea.
Yeah, one of them suggested that. Then I felt that, yeah, that's possible. And that way also, uh, you can cater for their needs as well, and they do need to like make changes also.
Okay, so we can do this once we move to our own center. Because now if we do it here at Work Central, quite difficult to get people to set up, and then we need to pay extra money also for them to
I can get my parents to do it for this week. Yeah.
But then to project, like they will see the TV screen, right? And then the TV screen or the projector screen will be your Zoom screen sharing.
Yeah,
So
but
it'll be,
it'll just be like as per normal lesson. And then they can see my picture as well.
but your picture will be
Video.
small, right? Your picture will be the small one at the top.
Can make it bigger.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to investigate into something because people have showed me this before of um where we overlay like basically like a green screen feature. And I think that will be very nice for Zoom only lessons. And so now that you're doing it, you can do that. Plus, it'll be more engaging because you won't be such a small, tiny guy, for your camera. You'll be quite much bigger. So I'll let you try this. And let me
I
find that for you.
I heard of the like the in-person the green screen thingy. I know about it. Like when you share screen, can see the like my human figure like in the
Yeah.
camera. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'll let you experiment with that. But let me find I had a picture of that. I'll show you.
But personally, I find it quite awkward lah. But then again, I will try my best to make it the best experience for my students lah.
Okay, let me just paste it here. Yeah,
Yeah, this kind.
yes. So do you think you can get this tested by do you think you can test it this lesson?
Should be able to.
Okay, let's test it. I don't know if there's multiple softwares that can do this, so you can try. And I don't know if it's already in Zoom. I think you need
It's already in.
additional. Oh, it's already in. Okay, okay.
Yeah. But
Okay,
I,
okay.
I find it quite awkward because there will be some parts of the page that will be affected and blocked.
Apparently you can drag yourself around.
Okay.
I,
Cool.
I thought of the same problem. Yeah, then I asked this tutor, I was like, aren't you blocking stuff? Then like, no, you can drag yourself around.
Okay.
So he said it increases online engagement by 50%, legit 50%. Okay. Let's see whether you can try that.
Okay.
Okay, the hassle for setting up that thing, right? At Work Central is too great for me to take to accommodate that. When we move, right, we can get your students, if they want, they can come in and they can just sit there and use their computers. And then that's the physical place. Yeah, and as for whether we project it on the screen,
Because I asked my students, right? I gave them like three choices. One is they remain stay at home and watch. Second one is each of them come on their computer and then each of them just plug in their earpiece and just listen. Then the third choice is I project. Then they said that they prefer the me to project.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like you're there but virtually.
yeah, correct. They say they prefer that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what I mean. Okay, we test this when we move to our center, okay?
Actually, we can also test it this coming week at the work central. So I can get my parents to set everything up.
Okay, but the thing is, then I need to pay extra for Work Central. And I didn't tell Work Central to book. So this Sunday will be quite rush.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would like to save on this because yeah, there is a benefit, but it's not big enough for the trouble. And only by the way, we only have a few more weeks. We're likely moving over at the end of May or June.
Okay. So next week, if it's going to be at work central, can we still try it out? Because I don't think my students want to like change to other time slots also. Like they some of them may not be free on other time slots because they have other tuitions commitments.
Okay,
It's
wait.
such a
We I see whether we have anything else first. Then like we discuss more after.
About this. So I'm not sure.
Okay. If have, that means he will send you. If don't have, he won't send you. Okay, then next thing is, do you think you can help Grace with identifying topics? Why? Is because I realize a need that students have is practice prelim topical questions. For extra practice. So in our student resources, prelim papers, like it's all like by paper and by school, but they would really love topical questions. And it's actually quite easy to create. I will get Grace to screenshot the questions of each topic and then put the corresponding answer underneath or maybe on another doc. Yeah. So you don't have to do any of that. But Grace does not have the expertise in identifying the topics. So, like example, this one, right? So this is a simple task that I was thinking of assigning you to do. could you do something like this? Like this one is what topic? Topic one, cells, right? So on maybe you can have an iPad or computer. It doesn't matter how you want to do it. You just like write the topic number. Like you and Grace will have the list to refer to like which is which topic. Yeah, and then just go on. Next question, what is this? Next question, what is this? Then probably do it not for so many. Wait, let me remove that. Yeah, drawings, yeah. So probably, I don't know, maybe we will convert like this, all the papers here in 1 year, or maybe half only. We might not need so many. Yeah, do you think that would be a lot of work, or do you think like that'll be quite easy, quite fast to do?
I think it'll be quite fast.
Okay. Will it be fair to compensate you for this?
I think that would be nice.
Okay. Of course you'll say yes, right? Why you ask? Okay. What's a good rate? Let me think. Okay, let's say you take 5 minutes for each. Okay, forgive me if you think this is too high or too low. Okay, I don't know. So I'm just guessing. Asking whether you're okay with it. Is $1 per paper okay? Or do you think it's too low?
Thinking maybe like $5 per paper.
5? I was thinking like 2. Wait, okay. Wait. I easier. Don't do paper 1, just paper 2. Just the OEQs. Because I think that's what the students really want. So like, okay, let me see. This one, it move more substances, right? So I'll just write 2. Okay, next. Cardiac cycle, right? I'll just write 6. Transport in humans. And then this one, 5. Nutrition in humans for the intestine, small intestine. This one is 6 for not 6. It's now 12. 12 nutrition in plants. Yeah. So see, like quite fast, right? Do you think I think $2 good enough? Yeah, 5 a bit extreme. Okay, you can maybe you try one, then you tell me if it's like if it's fair.
Yeah, okay. I'll do
Okay.
that.
So I'll just send you this one to try.
Is there any deadline for this?
What is a comfortable deadline? You just try that one paper for me. Then you tell me like, okay, Keith, I think this is so easy that you'll rather do it yourself. Then yeah. Okay, just try one for me.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, I think it'll be so helpful for the students because they all want to practice other topical questions for each topic, but they don't have. So I tell them right now, oh, just hunt for it in the prelim papers, but it's not convenient. Yeah. So it'll be a very nice addition to our resources.